everyone. I hope you're doing well as this gets out to the internet. We'll see who's going to join us today. That I'm not really sure if we're live. I think we are. Yes, we are live. Okay, great. I moved the healing circle to here from the Zoom into the Facebook group, Heal Yourself Without Trying. And this may really trigger people, the name of this group. You know that healing ourselves is not about all this mental effort. It's really about letting all of that go. So we just want to simply see that our spirit, our soul knows the way forward. I know for myself, I was lost in my diagnosis, that I read everything that I could about, what was wrong with the body. Oh, I'm bipolar, I have MS, I'm becoming an MS warrior and fighting MS. Know what fighting MS did? It made it stronger, and my MS was getting worse because fighting is a form of resistance. So this is resistance. It's like, oh, I see you, MS. I'm pushing you away. It doesn't work. But it's like, oh, I see you, MS. Let me go tune in with myself and see what I need to do so it can fade away. So I see some people here, so say hello. Let me know where you're calling in from or viewing from. I'm here in New York City, and we'll start here in a moment. But let me know if you're dealing with anything specific that we'd like to address today for the healing circle. We'll bring those energies forward. We'll bring the doctors forward. If you never experienced my healing circles, this is going to be a little bit different today. This will not be so much talking as opposed to just bringing forward the energies and the doctors. So my primary doctors that I bring forward are Galen, the father of neurology from the 1st century, and also is Paracelsus from the 15th, 16th century, and he's known as the father of toxicology. And I just hear him saying, many people are inadvertently poisoning themselves with their thoughts. You know, we do create this poison within ourselves with all these thoughts, all this negative thinking. So I'm not seeing any comments here. So we're going to start in a minute. We're just going to launch into the healing circle and see what we can do here. It doesn't matter if you're watching this on replay or live. There is no time and space in the spiritual realms. So we're just going to drive into that space. So been live here for a few minutes, so let's just take a moment to just relax. Just to relax, allowing everything to just drop away. Everything that no longer serves you, the diagnosis, the labels, our identity, our persona. We just want all that to drop away. We want the past to drop away, the future to drop away, and just be here, deeply being here, rooted into the seat of your soul. When we're in this relaxed, eased state, then miracles can happen. When we're in a not eased state, we're in a lot of stress, anxiety, worry. We're open to a diseased state. We're not aligned with who we really are. So just pause and just refresh for a moment. And I see some people here watching, and I'm going to do the first round of healing. So this will be a general round of healing. And I just want to see if there's any comments here, if you have any questions, any concerns. Yeah, I do have my Inner Healer School. If you go to my website there in the pinned comments, there's a pop-up menu after 2 seconds that will give you an Inner Healer class. So you get that experience, and it's an Inner Healer activation. So you can really learn to heal yourself, and there's practices in there to heal yourself. Because we all have this ability. No one is gifted, no one is special. We are spirit, we all have this ability. It's just a matter of practice. So let's just relax. Understand that you are safe to just let it all go, to surrender into this moment. As we're going to bring forward some energies to quiet the mind. to reduce the stress, to rewire the brain. Hmm. Just allow yourself to relax. We're bringing forward energies to rewire the brain. If the mind's busy, we don't give it attention, we don't criticize, we don't judge. We just come back to our feet on the floor, taking a breath, just being here. So why are we focusing on the brain first, to quiet the brain? For the brain is the biggest distraction. It's also where the pain receivers are as well. So it's very hard to relax when the body's in a lot of pain. So by working on the brain, the nervous system, it will naturally calm the pain, lessen the pain. But it all starts in the mind, the brain, to get that to relax, to surrender. So you can focus on being you, that true self, the aliveness, the beingness within you. So I'm just going to come up out of this space here and just see if there's how everyone's doing with that little practice of just quieting the mind first. I see some viewers but no comments, but that's perfect. That's fine. We can continue, but this will be more beneficial to you if I know where you're having some discomfort to do that focused healing. So, okay, not seeing any questions, comments here, as we're just going to keep trusting spirit. Now we're going to work on the belly, the intestines, the colon, our sex organs. We're going to work on this area and including the hips. So we're bringing forward the doctors to mend and stabilize this area and just continue to relax. Healing is not about effort. It's not about trying. True healing comes from relaxation, to get in a place of stillness so you can hear your own inner wisdom, for this will guide you, this will lead you. The mind is guessing, the spirit knows. So continue to relax. We're really going to focus on these areas from the belly down to the genitalia and really stabilize this area. A lot of emotional debris in this area. Do not hold back any feelings. If you need to laugh, laugh. If you need to cry, cry. We are working on your emotional centers to release this stuck energy, and it will express itself through various emotions. So these are the lower chakras. But we don't want to dive too much into the chakras because we don't want to keep the mind busy, engaged, trying to figure things out or to understand. We're just relaxing and trusting our spirit to lead the way. And you will experience different sensations: hot, cold, emotional release, trembling. Trembling is coming from stuck energy. So we don't want to use a lot of terminology. We don't want to get either too busy, engaged, of understanding. So we're going to refrain from technical concepts. Chakras, kiras, it does not matter. Just relax. All right, now we're coming up out of that space, dealing with the lower chakras in the belly, the intestines, and see if there's any comments here, any questions for us to focus on. We'll go to the next area that we're being led to. Like I said, it does not matter if you're watching the replay or live. We are the energy itself. And by playing this, you're setting that intention for these energies to come forward. So the primary guide I'm feeling at this time is Galen. Paracelsus is around 2. All right, so let's work on the next area. So continue to sit and to relax. See your lungs filling with this golden energy, and your whole esophagus, your air passages from your nose through your sinuses down to the lungs. We're working on the nasal passages and the air pathways. For it is spring for some, fall for others. But allergies are common, pollutants are common. So we're clearing these areas out. And just seeing this whole area filled with this golden divine energy as we're bringing healing into this. So you may notice you start sneezing, runny nose, as we start to melt and dissolve this. And remember, the best thing you can do for yourself to self-heal without obsessing about self-healing is to relax. Because the mind gets very obsessive in regards to healing. It wants to fight, it wants to battle, it wants to figure out the way. And none of this is helpful. It's a mental interference. So it's about relaxing and allowing the divinity to flow through you, the aliveness, the beingness, and this golden energy. It's almost like you're breathing in this golden energy through the nostrils, through the airway passages, and into the lungs. Then at the bottom of the lungs, the energy is just dripping out. All the heaviness, all the debris is just dripping out, returning back to the earth. So now we can come up out of this space, and you will notice that these healing rounds are fairly short because there is no time requirement. There are no degrees of difficulties. Healing can happen instantly or may take a few minutes, depending upon the mental resistance and the disharmony in that spot in the body. As we mentioned earlier, there's a disharmony in the body that's taking you out of an eased state. So we get into a disease state where there's stuck energy, stagnant energy, and this can be moved fairly quickly or it can be very slow. If there's a piece of you thinking that this serves you in some way, or perhaps you're meant to learn something from this, and until you learn that specific thing, it will remain in place. But it's not about figuring out what you need to learn or understand and letting go of the why. Why is this hurting? Now we want to just relax and allow your wisdom to rise up. Allow your wisdom to point out what you're missing, what you're not understanding. The inner healer is always guiding you, but we get hung up on figuring things out or reading everything about it or asking for validation, permission. We have to remember the mind hates change because change is it's an unknown quantity. But that's where the magic happens in the unknown. I still see some people here watching. And if you have put in some comments here, we can actually do some specific work. Until then, we're just going through various parts of the body. All right, I just feel Paracelsus here, so we're going to let him lead a session here. So we need to understand that we are our worst critic, that in a way we are poisoning ourselves with our thoughts, our distrust, our criticism, our judgment toward ourself. And this results in a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, lots of stress. And these chemicals from these emotional states, in a way, are poisoning this body. So it's not about blame, it's not about shame, it's not about guilt. You were simply not taught to relax, to let go of the fight, to let go of the battle. These are unhelpful energies. We want to reduce that poison that we're inducing in our environment, that we have an inner environment in the body, which is naturally our air, the blood. But we want to talk specifically about our thoughts, how our thoughts are creating a toxic inner environment. So we're bringing forward energies to rewire the brain, to seeing the good in all things. The mind is always focused on the bad. Oh, my right knee hurts. This is terrible. Well, look at the good at this. My right knee hurts. So I need to relax today. I need to take it easy today. And we might not see the benefit from that, but later you heard, there's a car accident in front of your house. Something was happening around you. And by staying in the house, you avoided that situation. So if the knee is hurting, the mind will see that's terrible. I got to see the doctor. I got to go get this checked out. That may be true, but the first thing we need to do is be still, be quiet, see what feels right for you. It could just be a temporary ache preventing you avoiding a situation. This happens. Or it could just be another indication that you're too busy, you're running around too much, and the body decided you needed a timeout. And when we're sitting there quietly, it might come to us that, oh yeah, yesterday I did a lots of lifting and I twisted my knee kind of funny, so I do need to see the doctor. But it wasn't immediately jumping right to making a doctor's appointment. It was about slowing down, going within, reflecting. What is needed for you? Because ultimately, you are the one that inhabits this body. So we need to pause to relax, to see that it all begins with you. And it's all you ultimately, because you are in control of your attitude, a can do or a can't do attitude. So just notice your attitude. Is it positive, uplifting, supportive, or is it defeatist, giving up, throwing in the towel? Just relaxing and setting the intention. Knee hurts. What do I need to do? And just slowing down. So now we're just really going to crank up the energies in the brain, the crown chakra, and the third eye. But we don't want to get hung up on the terms once again. So don't worry about the crown chakra, the third eye. None of that is important. Just relax. We're bringing in gold and purple energy with some white. We really just want you to quiet the mind down. So we're rewiring so you can trust yourself more. So you can remove some of that impatience. So you can settle into this moment and making a new habit of seeing the good. Because if there is a bad, there is a good. Nothing is 100% bad. There could be 1% good, and we want to focus on that 1% good. It may be the simple fact that you're alive to witness this, to learn from this. Because there's many terrible things happening in the world. It's not denying that. It's just not obsessing and focusing on everything that's going wrong. It's just looking for the good in all things and rewiring this habit in the mind who wants to attach to everything that does not support you. We're spending some extra time here. A lot of layers to peel back of all these beliefs, all these stories, all this attachment. We need to surrender all of this so we can live our preferred life. No need to drag the past into the present. We can birth a new moment here now. Hmm. Now we're just coming back and out of this space. Oh, I'm seeing that there are some comments, but they're not showing on my screen. I just noticed this. I noticed that there's a high count for comments, and I'm not seeing a single one of those. So what I need to do, where is my phone? Hmm. All right, where did my phone get to? Where is the phone? Oh, there's my phone. Okay, so I am seeing 14 comments here. I'm seeing a lot. They're just literally not showing on my screen. It's really, really odd. So maybe you were talking to me, I just didn't see it. Let's see. Let me go into this group and look at the comments here. So sorry, it's taking me a little moment to come back here when I have to use technology after coming out of that space. It's a little foreign to me. Okay, you're welcome, Kavita. Let's see. Let's take a look at all these comments here now. Okay, yeah, so Casey, I see that you're having some hip pain. If you're still here, Casey, let's focus on that. And I'll do this for the group too, is let's focus on hip pain, legs, ankles, feet. Let's do that focus here. But yeah, that's really strange. I have 0 comments on my screen. And for me to use technology, I have to really bring myself into this 3D world. It's a little confusing. That's why I prefer Zoom so I can stay in the space and just engage with individuals, talk to people. But now we're going to look at the lower body from the hips, legs, ankles, feet, and just stabilize this whole area. So just continue to relax. So now we just bring in this green energy in with this golden swirl, descending down the spine, stabilizing the spine, and really pouring out the nerves in the hips and legs and ankles, and reducing inflammation as well. Remember, the most important thing you can do is to relax. There's no rules to relaxation. We're not entertaining the thoughts. We're letting them drift on by like a cloud to the best of our ability. We're either focusing on our breath, our feet on the floor, sitting. We're just engaging our senses. But we're either in the mind or we're aware of the senses. Okay, let me see how everyone is doing. These are just quick little rounds. Healing does not need to take a long time. Let's see how everyone's doing. I see there's more comments. I see the count increasing on my desktop, but just give me a moment. I have to go back into this, but I just need to bring myself back into the 3D. It's really odd. I look at the phones like, all right, how do I operate this thing? Okay, let's see if there's any new comments here. All right, Chantel, good to see you. Was with it's good to see you there. All right, there's any more questions? Let me see if there's any new comments. I'm not even seeing new comments on this now. What's going on with this technology? All right, Casey, I was just wondering how you're doing if you're still here. And that's why I really like in the inner healer school, I actually have like it's like a Zoom room so we can actually interact and engage. And I encourage everyone to go to beyondheadtrash.com. And within 2 seconds, there's going to be a pop-up and there's going to be a free inner healer class. There's actually inner healer activation. So there's a practice in there that will really get you on your way to stepping into your power to create those miracles. Miracles are normal or natural in the spiritual space because they occur from the spiritual space because you need to remove all the mental interference. So while we're here, is there any questions, concerns, anything you want to address? I do see some people here watching, and I'll have to pull my phone out again. See if there's any new comments, because it's just a big mystery to me. So we'll do some focused healing if there's anything specific. But while you're thinking about that, let's just do a general healing here for the whole body. We're just going to scan the whole body and remove the debris, pain, tension, disharmony. As we keep reminding today, the best thing you can do for yourself is to relax, to be present to the best of your ability with no judgment, no comparison, no criticism, aware of your breath, aware of feet on the floor, aware that you're sitting, engaging the senses, to allow that wisdom to rise up within you. What is your first step to restore the body? And only you can truly answer that. Everyone else is going to guess based on their experience and their training. But you are the one that inhabits this body. And we're just strengthening who you really are as spirit, as soul, as one with the infinite creator. You can have it all. You can create it all if you're willing to be you. Hmm. Let's see if there's any questions, any comments here. And let's take a look here. All right, let's go back into that. Let's take a look here. Okay, that's good to hear, Casey, that it has eased. That's good. Okay, very good. So we could get into this mindset that healing has to take weeks, years, months, or never. That I was lost in an incurable diagnosis. I was an MS warrior fighting my MS. And what that did for me was take my relapsing, remitting MS, and I was leading to a secondary progressive MS, which means a slow, steady decline with no recovery. So I stopped the fight, and the body healed. It's really that simple. Stop the fight, and the body heals. Or gives it, perhaps stop the fight and give the body a chance to heal. Because the body necessarily may not necessarily heal if there's something to learn from that. If there's an opportunity for growth in that, that we don't want to bypass the learning if there was meant to be a learning from that experience. Because there's no mistake with any experience. You're having this for a reason, and it may not be apparent to you. Let's see if there's anything else in here. And let's see how we're doing with time. Yeah, we're still going here. All right, is there any more questions or comments? Hmm. So let's take a moment just to relax. Deeply, deeply relax. Letting go of your identity, your persona, your name, your diagnosis, your job, your family. Just let all that drop away right now. Because these are defining us in some way. It's important to take a few minutes each day and just remember who we are. And it's not about reconnecting to our true self, because we're always the true self. We can never disconnect from ourself. We can forget who we are, but it's just simply a matter of remembering. And you're always the true self. You cannot cut the cords to yourself because you are the life force. If there is no you, there is no life. The body is no longer animated. So you are that energy of animation. You are the life force. As long as you're alive, breathing, sensing, you're here. Your true self is here. And there's never a best version of you. The best version is an egoic mask. There's only one real version of you, and that is the spirit soul. That's it. So it's just a matter of remembering. And once you remember who you are, then there's a synchronicity that happens with life. Life flows a little easier. But as long as we're in a state of separation, of believing that we are the mind and body, there will be suffering, there will be difficulties. And yes, even when you're truly connected with yourself, the body will still misbehave on occasion because it is sensitive. You may eat a bad food that was not your fault at all. You just got served bad food. But we don't blame ourselves for that. We just say, okay, I won't do that again, or I won't go there again. So just remember to relax. Check in with yourself. We're not here to mentally figure things out. Why figure things out when you are the answer? You are that spirit soul connected to the infinite creator. There is nothing new to the infinite creator. It's been all experienced before. We may get into the place uh, with lots of experience that we're 30, 40, 50 years old of living and you think you have things figured out. But the infinite creator is billions, if not trillions of years old. So there's nothing new. All the answers are within. If you can relax and trust that everything will unfold perfectly. And everything is unfolding perfectly. Even if things are going terribly, it's the right direction. It's there to help you remind yourself of who you are, that you're getting lost into the drama, lost into the story. But there's no guilt, there's no shame, there's no criticism, there's no judgment. We keep saying this because all that is mental interference. We just want to be. Just be. And whatever that means to you is perfect. Just be. Let me see if there's any more comments, questions. Are we going to be wrapping up for today? Yeah, we're just about 45 minutes into today. That might be enough. I'll see if there's any more comments here. Let me see here. And because I know Facebook does not keep lives, so I'll download this video and I'll add it to YouTube so it's there as a permanent record so people can go back and watch this. The healing energies are there. All right, so yeah, I think we're at 45 minutes here today, just about. So I think we're going to wrap up for today. And take good care of yourself. I would encourage you to check out the Beyond Head Trash website, and you'll see a pop-up for the Inner Healer class, which is actually an Inner Healer activation. There's some teachings in there and some practices, and there's a lot to be gleaned from that. And I am teaching Inner Healer class every week, one class a week at various days and times. This week I'm live on Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Time. And I also do psychic readings in there as well. And let's see, I do have cards around. Let's see where they are. Okay, let's go pull some. If there's anybody watching here, we can pull a card or two if you have a question. So if you like a card, just say your name because I can see viewers, but I can't see who's watching. So if you're here, let me know that you're here and I'll pull a card for you. An extra bonus for those that are live. All right. Let's see. Is anyone watching live right now that would like a card before I wrap it up for today as a bonus for those watching? Oh, Lonnie would like a card. All right. Let's see what I'm feeling for Lonnie here. Okay. Let's see, let's tune into Lonnie and see what your spirit wants you to know, Lonnie. Hmm. The first word that's coming to mind, and I'll pull a card too on this, the word I'm getting with you, Lonnie, is trust. Really trusting yourself. And that's the word I'm getting is trusting yourself. The mind is always filled up with doubts, but it's really about trusting and honoring yourself that you know what's best for you. And yeah, you're getting the line, the courage card. The mind's in fear. Am I doing this right? Am I going the right direction? So we have that mistrust of self. That's what I really feel from spirit. It really wants you to just trust yourself, to let go of all this mental fear, all these worries, doubts, concerns, because it is mental interference. That trust that you know your way forward and honor yourself. Take that time for you. Oh, hi, Tarina. Let me tune into Tarina. See what we're feeling here. I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit. Then I want to just tune in Tarina. Never tuned into you before, so let's take a look here. Hmm. So, Tarina, when I'm tuning into you, I just get this sense of gratitude, of appreciation for everything that's happening and occurring. So that's why am I getting the word gratitude for you. Let's see what the card is on this, and we will see. We're getting the antelope, the decisiveness card, about making a decision and then taking appropriate action. How's that tie in with gratitude? Perhaps what's coming to me when I'm feeling about this? Perhaps there's a sense that no decision is the right decision. So it's about dropping into the place, thank you for the opportunity to choose which way I wish to go. Do I wish to go this way or this way? That there is no wrong choice. That either way is perfect for your growth. So it's really making that decision, say thank you for the opportunity. It may not be my preference, but I know either one of these paths, so the third or fourth or fifth, whatever it is open before you, let go of the indecision. Be grateful for all the opportunities, all the doors that are open for you, and just walk through one of those doors. There's also a sense of lack as well, that I'm going to pick the wrong opportunity, I'm going to pick the wrong way, and it's not going to bear the right fruit. And we just want to let that drop away. That's just let that drop away. There is no lack. That you be grateful for all these opportunities in front of you. That there is no decision better than another because there are no mistakes. Trust yourself, feel into it. Which door is going to allow you or which opportunity is going to allow you the most growth. And just trust that it's going to be okay. All right, is anyone else watching that wants a little mini reading here? And that might be it for today. We're at 49 minutes now. I'm not seeing any more comments. If you want to leave some comments too about the readings, I'll be curious to read if they resonate with you or not. I'm just tuning into what I'm feeling. All right, I'll just give another second, see if there's any comments here. And like I said, I will download this video and I'll put it on YouTube so we have a permanent record because Facebook will delete this after 30 days and there's some good healing energies in here. So it'll be available to everyone on my YouTube. And I have over 600 videos on my YouTube, a lot of videos talking about stepping into our own power, healing. And I also have my podcast there as well with about 60 episodes now. And you're welcome, Serena. You're welcome. All right, I think we're done today. We're right at the 50-minute mark. That feels good to me. So I think we are done for time. Yes, it's about trusting yourself, Lonnie, and you will be okay. You know, and the mind's convincing you that you don't know. Our society is convincing you that you don't know, but you know that you know. All right, have a beautiful day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy this moment. Bye for now.